Okay, so I'm recording this video to start a beginner guide for Throne of Liberty. Now, as you can see, I'm level 37. I've been playing this game for about 40 to 45 hours, somewhere around that range. And this is a MMO RPG. Now, with that being said, this game has a lot of minute and, in my opinion, a lot of convoluted steps to where it can be very confusing and concerning for a new player who's trying to jump into an MMO, or you're very nervous in starting this game. Um, in my opinion, it's a good game, but you have to have patience and kind of quell some of your frustrations. So, in this beginner guide, I'm going to try to see if I can explain a lot of menus, game mechanics, and what you should really focus on in the beginning of the game. And the reason why I stopped here is to show, stopped at level 37, is to show you a few things that I'm discussing. So, when you start Throne of Liberty, you're going to first make your character, of course, like any other RPG or any other game that's like this. You're going to do the character customization, and then you're going to select your weapons. So I'm just gonna go to weapons. I personally um chose, try to just move it away. Okay, let's move it over here. I personally chose sword, shield, and wand. Um, so I'm more of an all-around type of character. I can do DPS. I'm tanky. I can heal myself with my wand. I can um heal others, heal myself. So that keeps me surviving in the game, surviving in PvE and PvP matching. Um, Also, I can do curses and deal additional damage with my wand when my abilities and skills for my sword and shield is on cooldown, vice versa. Okay, so you have to pick two weapons that not only go together, but also two weapons that have not only just go together, but that's like really your preference and what you like to play. So a lot of people like to do bow and wand. For whatever reason, in this game, the bow has healing abilities. When um, doubled with the wand, you are able to not only heal others, but also keep the fight at a distance. So you don't have to, with both the bow and wand, you don't have to be directly up on anyone. Same thing with like staff and dagger. Staff and dagger gives you a lot of mobility, and it gives you the ability to um, maneuver around with that mobility. Um, so those are some options that you can work with and deal with. So when you first start the game, they're gonna start you here. Well, they're gonna start you in, basically this is gonna be your this is gonna be where you start the main game at. Now, an interesting thing with only when you start the game is actually gonna introduce you to your morphing, so you can morph into other to land animals. When you're flying, you can morph into a flying animal, and then when you're in water, you can morph into a water animal to help you traverse faster. Oh, there's Roger. Anyway, to help you traverse faster across the land. Now, that's going to come in handy later, so I'm going to put a pin in that, but use your morphing abilities as much as possible because everything in this game is you have to level it up. Like, you can only reach max level 50 in this game for like your character in general, but everything needs to be leveled up. Weapons, um, gear, the cooking, the expedition, what else? Skills. So we're gonna get into all of that. So one, when you first start, the fastest level that I did, 1 to 20, was the first 20 levels were the fastest to level up. Um, and that's because I mainly did the story. I still mainly do the story, but I want to explain it. So this purple, anything purple, you're gonna have like deep purple. That's the main story quest. Lighter purple correlates with the main story quest. It's in a way a side quest, but either way, do those. Do your story. Um, get the story done and over with. Now you're gonna have, if you see on the screen, chapter 8, the demon smile. I can't start chapter 8 until I'm level 38. Now I'm 37, so I can do. I'm about to explain it now. So I'm level 37. I have to get to level 38 to proceed and continue. I think you have another cap. So like your first cap you're gonna see is you have to get reach level 28 to do, I think, chapter 6 or 7, one of those two chapters. So chapter 6, um you have to reach the level 28. Now a lot of people are going to tell you a lot of things. The best way to get to the next level fast enough is, like I said, you will see it. You're going to have deep purple story quests, do those, and they're going to be a lighter purple story quest. Those give you XP and rewards. The next quests are side quests. These side quests give you XP and a lot of material that you're going to need early on. I recommend every time you're done with a story quest and all the corresponding little quests that correlate to the main story quest, that you do some of your side quests in the meantime, in between time of those, so you can constantly not only just level up, but get the growth material that you need to continue leveling. We're going to get to the growth material that you need. Um, Early on, you're going to be able to do contracts. I think you're able to do contracts around level 20 as well. Like I said, level 20 is not hard to get to. 1 through 20 is probably the first 20 levels are the easiest to get to. So do your contact contracts daily. Um, you can hold up to 5 contracts at a time, but you can definitely do more than 20 contracts, if that makes sense. I mean, more than 5 contracts. You can, I believe, 60 a day. And then you have guild activities and guild contracts that you can do as well. Don't worry about the guild stuff just yet. Um, if your friends are making a guild, fine, but let's not worry about that just yet. So remember, you have main quests, side quests, contracts, and guild contracts. All of this is busy work. On a daily, you're going to be doing your contracts. Contracts give you a lot of extra material, gold, experience, etc. Now, excuse me. So when you get in the game, you need to. They're gonna try and explain this through like a lot of, like, basically the story is like a huge tutorial, um, but not a well explained tutorial, if that makes sense. So you're gonna have, well, let's talk about the character info. So with the character info, let's work on this. So your character's level is going to be in the top left hand corner, and the game actually tells you how far you are to the next level. So I'm only 16% away from reaching level 38. So I'm gonna have to do contracts, dungeons, and side quests like I discussed earlier to get that up. But the important thing is, every time you level up, you get stat points. Now these stat points, you can think of it as like topping you off. Let's say you're getting some juice, you want to top off that juice. This is what the stat points do. Stat points, depending on your build, depending on the weapons you're going to choose, you're going to put points into these stat points. So because I am a tank, of course my strength is up, my dexterity is up, and my wisdom and perception is a little lower because I'm not necessarily uh, using my wand for it's more for support for myself, but I can support others. If you choose to be more of a staff user, like a wizard, you're of course you're gonna do the perception and the wisdom before you uh, invest in dexterity and strength. Now you will do dexterity if you have like a dagger. So those are some examples of the stat points and how they assist your character. Then you have the gear. Now with the gear, you're gonna start off with uh, common gear, if I'm not mistaken, and then green gear. Um, all the green gear, any green gear, that's the weapons, armor, everything starts off green, and then you level it up till it hits level 6. If it hits level 6 and you can't level up no more, don't be concerned. Do not dismantle it or sell it. Wait till you get blue armor, and I actually wish I would have recorded this because I had level 6 boots and I was able to enchant the level 6 boots and transfer the level of the level 6 boots to my blue gear, and my blue gear was able to level up. Okay. Level up Leveling up your gear is important, as you can see to the left here. If I go from 8 to 9, it tells me what stats are going to go up, my health, etc. And on the far right, you're going to see growth materials. As you complete the story and the side quests and the contracts, you're going to get growth stones. You're going to get growth stones for your armor, your accessories, your weapon. I think that's only three. But get as many as possible. Pay attention to your build. Pay attention to when you're accepting rewards, which reward that you need the most of. Excuse me. That you need the most of, because it's going to be important when it's going to be important later on. Then you have traits that you can take from, like, let's say if I had another sword, I could take traits from that sword to increase the traits on this to make me stronger. I don't have the equipment with the trait right now, and I don't have like the materials to unlock more trait slots, but that's what that's for. Um, to Let me just unequip. To put your weapons where they need to be, if I'm not mistaken, you hold, yeah, okay, so you hold for your second hand weapon, and your main weapon you just tap X. Same thing with the rings. Whichever ring, it doesn't matter from my knowledge, the rings don't matter what hand they're in, as long as you do the same thing you do to equip your weapons for the rings. So, um, trying to think. So that's the gist of the weapons in the inventory. You're basically when you level up, you allocate the stat points where they need to go, and then you come and every time you get growth stones, you enchant your weapons. Um, like I said, green goes up to level 6, blue goes up to level 9. Um, and you can always transfer that level to the level of the new gear. And then, oh, and also, so in order to do that, if it doesn't work out, you have to unequip it first. So you unequip the weapon, I mean, unequip the item that you're trying to transfer the level as well. And that's going to help you out a lot. Took me a few tries to get that together. And just a side note, you see this is for fishing. Do not worry about fishing right now. It's going to be needed because, for instance, you have another menu in your character info, which every time you cook something, this level goes up. Fishing, this level goes up. And expeditions is for the little creatures that follow you. that you're not gonna get till I think after level 20. They go on like expeditions and they get materials for you. They have them in intervals. Don't worry about that just yet, but just know that that's there. Um, Next is your inventory. You have only so many inventory spaces. See, I have a lot of material, a lot of inventory, and like I have like 130 spaces left, and I got use 98. But the reason why I'm in here, not only does this keep track of the materials you're getting, the materials you need. If you're in a battle, you can heal and stuff. A, a lot of people don't know this, but you can add your potions to these slots right here. Um, so if you're in the battle, PVE, PvP, wherever you are, and I wouldn't worry about PvP no time soon, but whatever battle you're in, you can on console, you can add it to where it needs to be, navigate it, and then you just press your down D-pad to consume it. So you use your left and right D-pad to go between them, and then you use your D-pad to consume it. Um, like I was talking about the cooking, add the cooking to one of the empty slots if you need to. Just whatever you need that you know you're gonna use in the battle, put it in your quick slot, so you won't be in the trying to fight a boss in the middle of a battle trying to fight with your inventory. Okay. So the next important menu is your skills. Your skills is very, very important. Um, it's just as important as getting new gear, but it's very important. Um, so first, depending on your build, you always need to select the defensive skill, which will go here. It helps you defend, um, whatever. Also, these are your skills. This is like when you're fighting. These are the buttons you press. They're on a cooldown. You have select cooldowns. Read everything that's given to you. But these skills will help you survive. Level up your skills. Same way you level up your gear and weapons, level up your skills. As you complete quests and everything, you're gonna get skill growth books. They're in the corresponding colors, just like the weapons and the gear. Uh, blue, green, blue, purple. For now, is your skill growth books. This helps level up. So I don't even know if I have enough to level this up on the probably don't. Oh, I do. So I just increased like my damage and everything by a lot. Um, then like let's say I want to switch some things up. I no longer want to use my sword. I shouldn't even be saying this right now, but let's say I don't want to use my sword anymore. And I want to convert these levels to like the dagger because I want to switch to dagger. You can use your skill conversion books to do that. I wouldn't worry about that right now. I would stick to one type of build for now, but it is possible if you're midway, like to 40, and you want to switch it up real quick, you kind of still got some leeway. Kinda. Now, with this, you find your corresponding weapons and you get skill specialization points. With the skill specialization points, I changed the piercing strike was actually I'm gonna just do it now. Yeah, it was shield strike. So I was striking people with my shield, and then by using my skill specialization points, I turned the skill strike into a actual strike period. Like it's not even a defensive attack anymore. It's pure DPS strike. This is important because it not only does it make you stronger, depending on the type of build you're trying to do. If you're trying to be tanky with DPS and or whatever you're trying to do, you can transform your skills into something different, especially the ones that you're using. And it tells you, like, the levels, what you're using it for, all that. So use your skill specialization, play with it, see what's working, what's not. Um, when you get to higher enemies, see if what you've already invested some points and stuff into is actually working, or if you want to revert back and just experiment. And then when you have guides, build guides. Like for instance, I have sword and shield. It was telling me, oh, you need piercing strike. I didn't even know how to get to piercing strike. So without actually clicking on my skill specialization, I would have never gotten to my piercing strike. I would have been lost because, like I said, it was shield strike, and piercing strike wasn't listed in my set skills. Wasn't even listed in my passive skills. Passive skills are important as well to keep you alive. So don't sleep on any of your skills. And just, oh, and I didn't even mention this, but like with, you can have like 3 slots for weapons. So let's say you wanna, oh, it's gonna be a PvP battle. You have a PvP build or a PvP slot, etc. Same thing. You can do the same thing with your main character. Now, the last tidbit that's important as a new player is this weapon mastery. This weapon mastery overall gives you mastery of your weapon, gives you more damage. Like this is so just like how leveling up the weapon and allocating skills and skill points kind of tops you off. This gives you a more in-depth view of what you can do and how you can do it. It makes your character stronger. So for the longest, and I'm just gonna go back to my character info so you can see, I still have a lot of green armor. I'm just now, I haven't even leveled up my blue wand because I'm trying to level this up to transfer the level. But like I was stuck on, I still have a lot of green armor. I have a lot of green stuff in general. You would think that I'd be weaker and not be able to do higher level dungeons. I'm actually not that weak. Not only have I leveled up my gear to the max, I've also allocated the stat points where they need to be, but my skills is what's really the key ingredient here to make sure that I am not only surviving, but I'm also using effectively using my build to its highest potential. And like I said, I'm doing that with altering a skill that's made for more of defensive to offensive. For my wand, I'm able to extend the longevity of my swift healing, my self healing, to make sure I'm healing myself and healing my teammates. If I want to get more into my curses, I can also allocate points to that to be able to do more AoE damage and more just general damage in general for my wand. That's my second hand weapon. So that's important. Um your codex is also important. Your codex, this is how you can monitor run your story quest. Just like you see, I only got like 3 chapters though. But this is how you get your extra rewards. As you can see, I've been selecting them. Um that light purple, you will see how how those words is in light purple. So this is the main or overarching quest, and like they'll have you go talk to somebody or something like that, and then you get more rewards with that. Now, in each area, they have, these are the side quests I was discussing. You see how once I complete the side quest, I can select the final reward, and with this reward, I have to pay attention to my build and say, oh, I'm trying to level up my green wand so I can transfer the level to my blue wand. So that's when you pay attention to the quality with the growth stone or the reward that you're selecting. You're gonna get gear through this. So I've gotten two blue items, two blue, three, because I got my blue sword. So I have gotten three blue items from just doing the story. Um, that's just the main story. But you have to read what each weapon or each item that they give you does. You have to read it. But this is how you're gonna level up. Sorry, I'm still learning the menus, but this is how you're gonna level up. Okay. And then this is more of the dungeons, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, these are the open world dungeons, which you are able to go into. At night, they turn to PvP fest. If you are a poor level 20, even my level, like if you don't have the proper gear, if you're not up to par, pay attention to when it's night and day, because Lord, you will get hemmed up for sure. um, you also have the battle pass. You get free rewards, which I like. Um, you can play with this menu all you want, but you do get free rewards. It helps you out a lot. It you get daily, weekly, always, etc. Um, the shop. This is where you spend your ornate coins and your lucin. Yeah, because this is lucin. You can get lucin in the game. I'm not gonna go into detail about that right now, but you can get lucin in the game, and you can get these coins in the game. Um, if you itching to spend the ornate coins, try and get it on some of this purple stuff, because the purple stuff is gonna be the hardest stuff to get. Enchanted ink and stuff like that. That's gonna be the hardest thing to get in the game by just trying to farm. I know these little characters are cute and adorable, but you see how much lucin I got? I mean, ornate coins I have. I have to think about the longevity of my build and if I'm gonna play this game in the long run. All these characters, all these like him, you can get him by just completing side quests and missions or whatever. You don't have to spend money. You can craft from here. This is the auction house. You get this is where you get your lucin. I'm not gonna discuss that. Lithographic book is important. Um, because this is how you can get a lot of not only material but a lot of your beginner blue gear from this. So just to give a quick run through, you can make all of these weapons and get this. This will be the reward. So I have it favored because until I can get the gear that I want, this will do. Um, and it's at the price of just making four common gear. You don't have to level it up, and then you get this, and then the gear that you currently have on. You see how I have augmented leather jerkin on. Then I'll be able to transfer that level 6 level on to my level 0 gear once I get it. Um, you also have contract coins to spend at the contract merchant. So each time you complete a contract, you can buy this stuff. Like I said, pay attention to what you need. Sorry about that. Pay attention to what you need so you know what to buy. And I don't know if you think it's a limit, but most of this stuff has a daily limit on some of it. Um, and it restocks. It used to restocks after 16 hours. So actually, I'm gonna buy this, and then I'm gonna just do like, I'm gonna purchase that while it's there, because I need that for something. But anyway, point is, um, you have contract coins. Then I'm not gonna fast travel to the guild people, but you also have a guild shop. And then the last tidbit that I think is important is these people. You can craft what you need. Like I said, this is the stuff you can craft. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just show you with this. I can make any type. This is a lot of stuff you can craft early on. Oh, that's the name I. You can craft to feed to the lithographic book to get better armor. So you see, I gotta still craft this stuff. And then if I don't have some of the materials, I can craft the materials while I'm here. Okay. And then some of them might have like a chest on it, like this. This has a chest. You can hold square, and it'll take that material out of that chest. Um, but yeah, so you can craft it. A lot of this stuff is going to be used for the lithographic book. Um,
Anything else you'd like to see?
trying to think if there's anything else that's important. This is guild stuff, real quick. So this is guild. You contribute to your guild. You can donate to it. Donate to it gives you. See, here's the rewards. Donation rewards. Okay, so you get those rewards. You go to the guild shop. You can, just like I was buying stuff from the contract shop, you can buy the same. You can buy more or rarer things in the guild shop. You have a guild base as well. Um, a few more things actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I do. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? It's a goblin. It's always a goblin somewhere, and I can't think about where he is right now.
It is
But
really
it's a
important
goblin.
that
Oh,
you grow
I
your
see it on
food.
the
I
map.
can
I see
make
it
all
on the map.
sorts of things. Why not have a
But anyway,
look?
it's a goblin where you can place like up to 20 items with him. Um, Honestly, if it's gear and if it's common gear, try to feed it to the lithographic book. Like I said, the faster you can get different color gear, the better off you'll be. Um, Amatoys are stupid adorable. You can literally get all of these by doing missions. You don't have to buy any of them. Yeah, I'll deal with this in a minute. I didn't even know this was here. See, that's what I'm saying. You find out new stuff each time you click on stuff. But these little dudes help. So these little dudes help heal you. And they heal you with this, like, the blue stuff that's down there, like the little world leaf stuff. I did not mean to do that. But this stuff right here, you can buy it during with the merchants. Uh, yeah, you can buy it with merchants. I'm trying to think if you need real coins to buy it. I believe you do. And basically, you can set in your settings the, like, oh, if I hit below 50, the little dude will literally heal you with these leaves. Also, to get to the Amatoy house, I don't know how it is on any other um system, but on PlayStation you hold L2 and then use L3 to navigate. You're not gonna be able to go to the Amatoy house until after Helpy, which is the little Amatoy that assists you and kind of helps you with the tutorial, disappears. And in this Amatoy house, you can send your Amatoys to expeditions. And when they're done with this expedition, say I'm on an 8-hour expedition, when they're done with this expedition, this is what I should get. These are the expected rewards. Um, and whatever you need, that's why I say you have to really pay attention to what you're needing, build wise, and just if you want to make dishes to help you with defense, etc., etc. This is a way to get some of those uh, materials. So let me go back to Castleton. Another tidbit from any main. Okay, so from level 1 to 30 or 31, you have free. You can freely fast travel to any of these monoliths. And these monoliths will give you like a little rundown of the area. You'll see them; they're gonna glow purple. So anyway, these monoliths is normally free until you hit level like 31, 32. Then you have to pay. Now you don't have to pay if it's a main area. So Castleton Waypoint is free. Starlight Observatory is free. Um, Last thing, few more things. Since like I said, this is a lot. You definitely this guide right here, I'm trying to think. Yeah, this is gonna give you events that you can do. Right now, the well event is going on. It's this big old well. Actually, no, that's at 1 o'clock. It's this big old well, and you can literally, you'll know, but you can jump on him, and you can jump on him at the Starlight Observatory. He takes you around the map, to especially to a lot of places like you haven't been before. But like it's these orbs and stuff on his back that you can get. It's dope. Like I even got this little guy behind me. Um, from doing a quest, and the quest required me to jump on his back. So that's pretty dope. So yeah, the game it has a lot. I would play around with my settings. I would play around with the different mechanics. Quick, another two quick things to really look into: secret dungeons. You'll have access to them, I think, at level 20, 15. Okay, my fault. So level 15, you have access to them. These people give you a lot of rewards. Look at, like, once I jump into here, look at the rewards I get. And now I'm starting to get rare rewards to level up my weapons and better potions and stuff. When you hit, let's say 15, you hit level 25, come and do your secret dungeons. If you can do them daily, do your secret dungeons until you can't do them no more. Get the material that you need. All this crazy stuff unlocks at level 50. And then you also have co-op dungeons. Ooh, if I can not speed past it. Okay, you got co-op dungeons. This is just some of the rewards you could get. I got these boots on right now. Um, but these dungeons, especially when you defeat the boss, gives you a lot of loot. But you have to defeat the boss to get the loot. But at the end of the day, you can do party matchmaking. You can add your friends to the party so y'all can talk. You can add your guild members to this, and y'all all can do is I think it's like 6 people. Yeah, 6 people per dungeon, but you can still do what needs to be done and get a lot of work done. So, uh, it's a lot of grinding in this game. Like I can keep going on like with the different tabs. This leveling book is kind of similar to the exploration codex. Like you're gonna get rewards, and then you can do extra stuff to get additional rewards. So if you're like, man, I really need one more powder, blue powder to make this. Well, if you defeat a giant crystal scorpion, not only do you get the powder, you also looks like you get a skill book. So it's a lot of ways to get materials. There's a lot of grinding. Um, but the main important things you really need to focus on in the beginning is this menu, leveling up stuff, and this menu, which is skills, because the skills is going to help you survive. I think somewhat even more than weapons in the skill points. Um, and then this menu, of course, because not only does it give you free rewards they can start you off with, but you also get exploration rewards and quests to help you get through the threshold from one level to the next. Because this game, it kind of drip feeds you the content, but in a very unique and interesting way where it doesn't just drip feed the content and then it stops like you do a bunch of content, then you gotta wait till another update. No, there's still more content to do, but now they're making you go do a few dungeons, go do a few contracts, go do a few side quests, come back with more material. You might even end up being past the level that they're recommending. Like if I go do my contracts, my side quests and everything, I'm gonna probably reach past level 39, and now I'm a little bit more overqualified to do more of the story. But this is all that I can think of. I mean, I didn't mean for this to be. I might cut this down a little bit, but yeah, this is a comprehensive beginner's guide to kind of help you all be able to select what you need to select and start the game so you won't be as frustrated as I was when I first started.